Circle on in a book. Hey, let me see the totes, them show me you want your farm cook. Show me. Hey, cook. Hey, cook. Hey.
Check. What it is, what it do, peoples. This is your boy Kooly Chat, the Bigga Boss. We are here again for another webisode of Bigga Boss TV. This week, you know what I'm saying, we keeping it rolling with the King Heartbeat family. You know what I'm saying, another one of my brothers here in the building, Mr. Walker Hornung. What's good, my boy?
Kooly, what's up? Way to start it off with the Brooklyn anthem, but you got the King of Queens in the house right here.
Most definitely. Yeah, representing
from Q South when I started out in this rock and roll game, right through my episodes in soca music, and right back to rock and roll where I be. But I'm a Queens boy always, man.
Definitely. Let's go down. Let's do the rundown. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You are the member, or should I say, originator of the band Walkerhood,
the Brotherhood
of the Grape.
Right. Well, I come from two stars, man. We started out in the 90s with Q South, which was our alt-rock band, and when we first got signed out, we were doing a bunch of shows. And then right after we did Q South, we went on to do the Brotherhood of the Grape. But somewhere in between there, I managed to squeeze in some soca tracks with some people you might know.
Definitely. Let's talk about that, because you know that in itself is an interesting story.
Yeah.
How did that whole merge happen? Because you're coming from definitely that's a whole nother world. You know what I'm saying? You're coming from the straight up hard rock, you know what I'm saying, background.
Well, I tell you, it's not too far removed being from New York. A lot of people, you know, that aren't from New York or from Brooklyn and Queens don't understand. You know, they don't understand how mixed, you know, what a stew this place is, man. You know,
Definitely.
You go down one block, from the one block to the next, you see all kinds of types. And reggae music and soca music, and these things will always be heard in the background, even though I was playing rock and roll, and these things were always there. So it wasn't too far of a stretch for me to move into different genres. In fact, Q South, even though we were a rock and roll band, we had like a Latin feel with Latin guitars.
Definitely.
So the moment when that band ran its course, I had linked up with a man named Lord Pemberton, who was managing us at the time. And he put me on with Brent Toussaint, and we did the original With or Without You, soca style.
Okay, shout out to Brent, definitely.
Without a doubt, man. Brent Toussaint was the mastermind behind a lot of people's career in the soca game, man.
All right, so let's talk about the With or Without You. With or Without You was a cover song, and you guys decided to do that over in a soca.
Right. Well, essentially what happened was we got into the studio and we were vibing on some tracks. We didn't know what to do, so we were looking for something that was at a mid-tempo range that we could flip up immediately, and just experimenting. You know what I mean? Like playing new music. We didn't really have any plans. We were just like young guys trying to do new and exciting things. And we picked that song to start off with, but in the same sessions we did some other songs too, like original tracks too.
Okay, cool.
But what happened is after we did With or Without You, we released a version of just me singing it, and Marshall Montano heard it, and the rest was kind of soca history. I hate to say it now.
Definitely.
You know?
And listen, if you guys have not seen Walker perform that song, I'm talking about, I've seen the videos. Guys, go YouTube, look it up. Walker live on stage. What was it, 20, 30,000 people?
We've done it everywhere, man. Marshall's a big star. We've done it from Radio City Music Hall, Madison Square Garden, Six Flags, to the biggest fetes in Trinidad's history, man. All over the place. Hazley Crawford Stadium, you name it, man. You know, we've been doing soca tracks together. Me and him did a bunch of duets. And people seem to dig it.
Because you guys did another song. You did another song with Marshall.
Sure, we did Runaway, you know, and then there's a bunch of duets out there. We'd also experimented with Bungie Garland, and I did some songs with Allison Hines also.
Definitely. What was the name of the song with Allison Hines?
Something About You. That was another one that was an original song I had written that Brent flipped up and turned into a soca track and made into something beautiful, because that's actually one of my favorite of all time. That one, that's a beauty.
I'm telling you, man, if you guys have not seen Walker perform, he has definitely got the Caribbean pass. I'm talking about, this is the only white guy I know on stage with 20, 30,000 people winding up himself and got the place going nuts. When I say nuts, going nuts, I'm talking about rags, flags, powder, everything flying. I'm saying this guy does his thing on stage every time, never misses, never fails. Then you did a compilation with you and the different Caribbean artists that you worked with.
True. You know, and over the course of like 10 years, I've been very picky with it. I don't do too much of it because I feel like, you know, once you get up like as high as where you were with, you know, performing with guys like Machel Montano, there's only a few places you can really go to experiment. So, you know, I did work with BMWA, Brooklyn's Most Wanted Artist, your boy.
Definitely my brother from another mother. Shout out to BMWA.
Who actually, which was a nice flip because when I was working with Machel and Allison, I felt like I was a rock singer who was on soca tracks.
Right.
And when I work with BMWA, I feel like it's more of a mix of the rock and the soca together, where we kind of like, you know, it's on equal terms, you know what I mean?
You do your thing,
yes,
he
right.
does his thing.
He'll come out and perform actually over even like harder rock stuff too. It's like it's a more of a give and take than just, just straight soca, so.
I mean, and which only leads us into the next topic, because you and BMWA perform a lot.
Yes.
I mean, we've done BB Kings together.
That's right.
We've done tons of places, Rockstock.
Yep.
So it was only right that relationship just continued to grow.
Right.
And I mean, you guys seen the first 2 episodes, we talked about it. We are definitely in the studio working on the King's Heartbeat album.
Yeah.
Which is featuring Walker, BMWA, Lucy M. Shout out to Lucy M.
Without a doubt, Lucy's coming through big too on these songs. What happened was essentially this: is that, you know, when you get enough creative heads in the same room, you're gonna get material. And what happened is you know, we got all these, you know, these musical minds, and everybody's just overflowing with music. So the only natural thing was to do is to explore the different areas, and instead of trying to figure out, you know, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that, the answer was in front of us all along, and it was, why don't we just do what it is we do? And
put all these great minds together, and you know what I'm saying. And I can say personally, I'm very pleased with the direction the album is going.
Me too. I can't say I don't.
I mean, it's definitely stuff that I can say I've never worked on before. Right. I mean, this is definitely a new avenue. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to me, that's really all it boils. That's all I care about anyway. You know what I mean? It's always doing something new and exciting. That's why a lot of people will ask me, they say, you know, why don't you, you know, come in with another soca, another soca? I'm like, the reason why I did this soca in the first place was an experiment, you know,
right,
to push boundaries, you know what I mean? So there's, you know, and I know Machel's the same way. He likes to push it, you know, move things musically different. So I like, you know.
Too much of one thing ain't too good
that's
anyway.
Right. So,
you know
I mean, like, you know, with the King's Heartbeat project we're doing right now, I feel like I'm treading in new water, and it's exciting. And you have to stay, you know, excited because, you know, otherwise, you know, you just become like really one of those, like, you know, the same tired act just coming out bringing the same thing over and over and over again.
Definitely. During the course of this album, you know what I'm saying, many of you from the tri-state area or from, you know, East Coast, you're aware that, you know what I'm saying, we did have a little devastation hit us. You know, what did they call it? Superstorm
Sandy hit us over here. All the people that live on the coastline, everybody that hugs the coast from the Jersey Shore on up, through all the places we played, the Rockaways, Howard Beach, all these neighborhoods, you know, they were devastated. And a lot of people I know, you know, they lost everything. You know, my house got hit, you know what I mean? My cars, me and my kids and wives everybody was displaced for the longest time. And, you know, it was rough on a lot of people. So what we did was we went in, I got all the musicians, the best original musicians from these areas to give a song to us. And we put out a compilation CD, which I have right here.
Definitely. So this was, you know, during the course of us doing the album, and you know, we had to take a break, and this was way more important. You know what I'm saying? And it is available online. Yeah, it's available on iTunes. It's available in any digital outlet. It's also hard copies available on CD. It's called Greetings from South Queens, and it features a bunch of artists that you're familiar with, and some people you're not so familiar with, but. All the songs are, you know, there's 21 songs for $10. You know, you have people like me and my band, BMWA, you know, Ron Zabrocki, Frank Persico, Exit Verona, Indiculture.
you know, all kinds of bands. You know, so too many to list in one setting. But you know, with all the proceeds go to charity. Every single dime does. It's on my record company, Into the Whip.
Definitely. And it's definitely a good cause. And I mean, this is helping all the people that got, you know what I'm saying,
you can also
affected by the devastation.
And if you want to give it, I mean, you could also listen to the samples, but there's also like a nice video that somebody made, Grape Nut made for, and it's for the song Hey Today, which we wrote for the album, and it has pictures of all the devastation in the Rockaways, and we appreciate all, you know, if anybody could just go out and pick up a copy, pick up even one song if you can, you know what I mean?
All right, so definitely make sure y'all hit up iTunes and Amazon and,
that's right,
you know, CD Baby and, you know, all your digital media outlets, because it's definitely for a good cause. You know, the storm was a little while ago, but believe me, a lot of people are still, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the after effects of it.
It's over in the news cycle, but man, it ain't over.
It's far from over. I mean, we got hit hard out here. Like, I for one, personally, when they said it was coming, I was like, yeah, you know, they said that last time and it wasn't so bad. I wasn't expecting it to hit us the way we got hit.
No, it was, you know, it was a real big punch. And listen, I lived in the Rockaways for years, and we host Rock, Stock, and Barrels, which is our music and surf event that we have down there every year. Yep. And the boardwalk where we actually this concert takes place for the past 7 years is completely gone. It's completely gone. It's devastated. It does not exist anymore.
There is no more boardwalk. Yeah. So the boardwalk is, like, when I say gone, it's like you go there, it's not there. It's vanished. The boardwalk is gone.
You know, and I mean, as important as like things like that are, that, you know, because they help the community. You know, there are still people who really don't even have homes to live in yet. So I mean, you know, we have a lot of work ahead of us, and we're looking forward to the work because we're capable of handling it. We're tough people. We're New Yorkers. We're from Brooklyn and Queens, and there's nothing we can't handle. So
please go out, pick up a copy, download a song, do something. Right. It's going towards a very good cause.
Even if you just pick up a song, one simple song, you know, and the one, if you want to look for one, find Hey Today. It's the song by Walker and the Brotherhood of the Grape on Greetings from South Queens. Check it out, man.
All right. So also remember, stay tuned. That King's Heartbeat album is definitely on its way. It's moving well.
Yeah.
And so, as you can see, my brother's set up here with his guitar. He's going to bless us with a musical number for this week as we end off this episode, or webisode, I should call it. What song you going to do for us?
Well, I'll tell you what. Just recently, I had a good family member of mine, a good friend and loved one named Timmy Dowd. Big Timmy Dowd passed away, and his son Jimmy and I, we put together Rock, Stock, and that stuff. So in honor of him, I want to play a song I wrote called "The Great Goodbye." This is for Big Timmy and all the Dowd family and all the Horns. All right.
All right, let's do it.
The time has come for us to say the great goodbye. It's something bigger, baby. Neither you or I. Yeah, we used to laugh, and the time went fast. Now the time is past, and we must say the great goodbye. Whoa, goodbye. Let me soak it in now, baby. It's the end of us. Freedom's a moment away, honey. There's nothing to discuss. And yeah, you walked so Goodbye.
Yeah, that's my brother Walker Honung. I'm saying, so until next time, people, live music, love music, have fun. I'm saying, we'll catch you on the next webisode. We out of here.